Are you looking for a brand new vehicle? We got you covered. We got Sport Subaru and Sport Mitsubishi. We also got DM Chevy. That's Don Mealy Chevrolet in Claremont. And I think we got you covered there. J.C. Harrelson on the Chevy side. And then we got our buddy Mike Stacks with the Subaru and Mitsubishi vehicles.
Yep. Buying a car is really hard right now because the market is crazy. It's hard to find vehicles. That's why you need to know someone. And if you go and talk to Mike Stacks and you tell him you're a Tom and Dan listener, you're a BDM, he's going to take care of you and give you the customer service and make sure that he does the best possible job to find you a vehicle, and you will not pay above MSRP. No. Like other dealerships, I've talked to our sponsor, and they said other dealerships are charging above MSRP. And if a lot of dealerships, if you go to our sponsors, you're not going to pay that.
You can get in a lot of trouble for doing that.
Listen,
well, I'm just saying,
it's a Wild West out there. No. You can't find vehicles.
If the parent company finds out that you are manipulating prices, they can strip you of that, sir.
I've gotten multiple vehicles from these two dealerships.
Yeah, you're loyal now, man. You found your place.
I drive a Silverado. My wife drives a Chevy Traverse. She loves it. I had a WRX. I had a Subaru Forester. And
come on, be honest though. That WRX was fun, right?
It was fun.
It was very fun. I mean, so fun. In fact, we burned the clutch out of it.
They're driving around a go-kart around town. It's cool as hell. But again, talk to Mike Stacks at Sport Subaru, Sport Mitsubishi, right there on West Colonial Drive in the heart of Orlando, and J.C. Harrelson at Don Mealy Chevrolet in Claremont.
Get a Corvette, man.
Oh yeah.
Where are our listeners now? A couple years ago,
enjoy yourself.
Pre-pandemic, we had some guys that had some Corvettes.
Yeah.
Where are my Corvette guys at?
If you need a car, use our sponsors: Sport Subaru, Don Mealy Chevrolet. Welcome back to A Corporate Time. We got some guests in studio.
We do indeed, and they're live on the couch, which is nice. I like it when we get the opportunity to do that.
From the band Little Lazy, Kevin and Brendan are here. How you doing, Brendan?
What's up, guys? Very good. How are you?
Good.
So, tell us about the band, how did it start, give us the background.
Because I liked what you guys did. I think you guys just showed up in my inbox one day and just said, hey, we're like a local band, and we'd like to get some promotion on your show. And then I listened to the track and I sent it to Sam. I go, hey, these guys are good, because you reminded me of I like the kind of the two-piece rock band setups that you can get now. That's a thing, where you get a drum and some guitars and it's just two dudes, and I'm very big on that. So is that how it happened for you guys, or
Yeah. We wanted to. Well, originally I was doing some singer-songwriter stuff solo. What were you doing before?
Oh shoot, I was probably still producing hip hop.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I played.
You look like a hip hopper.
The first thing I thought when you walked in,
I was like, holy crap!
Hip hop mogul.
Yeah, my God, who is this?
It's just something I tried out. I mean, I've been doing live music for 10 years, but I moved up here to go to UCF.
Nice.
And I didn't have my band anymore, so I was like, you know what? Let me just steal a copy of Fruity Loops. I mean, buy a copy of Fruity Loops.
Yeah.
And,
everything in here has been bought as well. Yeah. Every piece of software we own has been bought.
Noted.
How dare you?
Fun little thing. I tried out for a while, but yeah.
We met through a mutual friend on Facebook, actually. Who was that?
Liam Ellis, shouts out.
Liam. Oh, shout out.
So you guys, you got a singer-songwriter background, and then you're percussion, I'm guessing?
My background's guitar too, actually.
So guitar too?
Yeah, but I did play drums in reggae bands and stuff too, so.
I think everybody in Florida has played drums in a reggae band at some point, especially if you live around these parts,
At least once.
And so, and what kind of personnel are each one of you doing on this project, on Little Lazy?
So, as in, what are we playing?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm singing and playing guitar.
And you're playing
drums.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Yeah. And that's what you do live too, or is there
exclusively?
That's cool. I like that.
I try to convince him to switch, but
so
play elbow.
First, let me say this. You guys brought a gift basket, which I was impressed.
That's a Chris Crespo move. Crespo always, when he comes, he always brings us something, which I think is very cool. It's very, very old.
But I was going to mention
old
that
school.
Because it's an old school, I feel, technique that bands or musicians used to do at radio stations. It's the original payola, really. It's that's why payola was outlawed, is because musicians would bring the DJ code coke or money to play their music, and to basically bribe them.
You slip them the 45 with 45 and off to the races.
But you can bring them gifts for interviews, and it's like
doesn't count.
It's a little bit of a loophole, but it still does make it bribery. I've always said this: bribery works. Like it always will work, and it'll never not work. Like if you bribe someone, they will give you better service. They will give you maybe something extra, something more than they were going to give you before. Absolutely. And just by bringing the gift bag, which I'm going to go grab, by the way, and see what's inside of it.
Yeah, that's something.
There's some shirts over there too.
Our manager kind of put together, and
so you guys have like the setup is you two playing, but you guys also have some infrastructure. And can we talk about that a little bit? Like with having a manager, like what's your team? Do you guys have more than a manager? What do you guys have that's kind of pushing the idea of Little Lazy?
Well,
I mean, So we Brendan actually was working with the manager. His name is Self. Great guy.
Yeah, okay, so their
His name is Self?
Yeah.
The manager's name is Self, so when I got an email from Self, like, it was confusing as all hell. And I read it, and then it got to the bottom, and I'll tell you what I thought. Like, so with this person, Self, when I got to the bottom, and it was like the manager, and it was like Self, and I was like, is that a computer that has now taken on the AI? Like, I thought maybe you guys had like paid $70 a month for a service called Self, which will self-promote, right? That's what I invented in my brain.
Okay,
and there was this like app that's like it's like does what any manager says they're going to do, but it's just an app, and it's called self-promotion.
Okay.
And you guys were using this app to do it. That's what I thought. And then through talking with Samantha and stuff, I realized that it was actually a person.
I didn't know his real name until like 2 years working with him. Like it just never came up, you know. I'm like, wait, what?
But that is again, that is something I would say. I'd put that in the category of being old school in that manager, and then the manager even has like a cool like name. That's old school too. This is like very like,
so
I like
it.
Seal.
I like
Sting.
It.
Now, you got the old school promotion down, I feel like, because this is all the tips and tricks that people used to do to, you know, you try to get on local radio, you're promoting yourself.
And we're going to play some of their music going out of this break. Like when we go out of this break into the actual commercial break, we're going to play a single of theirs. You know, we're going to lay some music on there so you can hear them at the end of the segment.
But I feel like a lot of musicians and bands and artists nowadays can exclusively promote themselves on the internet or social media or whatever, and almost don't even need any traditional media whatsoever because they're their own media. And then once they, you know, I guess you have to get your name out there somehow. Sure. But a lot of that is total roll the dice, right? Like whether a song goes viral, whether someone streams a lot of your music on Spotify, like that's all happenstance, right? There's no way to really even begin to ensure that, right?
No, it's super random. Like you were talking about TikTok before, and we love TikTok, but it's
a roll of dice. Exactly. It's winning the lottery.
And then what you do with it after that.
Yeah.
If you don't have any team or anything like that, like there's an opportunity to get it because they'll come to you, I'm sure. That we've had nothing like that happen. Where one of our
well, you're like one person though that's been in here that said that they like TikTok. That's actually said you have to do something with it after you get it. Like we've talked to a bunch of people that have a pretty unique amount of followers or maybe a high concentration of eyes on TikTok, but I have yet to really see. I guess that's an accurate statement. And this isn't sour grapes or anything. It's like I have yet to see anybody that has taken their TikTok fame or whatever and then truly translate it into something that can be monetized consistently. I haven't seen
it into a business,
right?
Because you'll just be seen, I guess, forever stamped as just like the TikTok band. Yeah. Which we've seen, and there's only so far. It's like,
there's no
how real can you take it?
That either, really.
How real will it be perceived? Like,
so you do see that with other bands. You'll see them like, and then you see a flame, and then it just kind of dwindles.
Yeah, and TikTok's fast too. So like a month later, like. We've all moved on to some other stuff.
Within 30 seconds I've moved on.
I know. That's what drives me crazy. Not only about like how everything's such short-lived in this new social media world, TikTok, whatever you want to call it. Like, it's just, it's like, boom, on to the next thing, boom, short, news cycle, all the stuff. But then the randomness and the lottery component into it of, like, whether or not a song or, you know, your comedy sketch or whatever the hell you're doing, your podcast, it goes viral or not, it seems like it's just completely random. And with that, it's hard for me to deal with complete randomness because it's hard to keep working with the same amount of energy when you know that it's up to a complete roll of the dice, like winning the lottery if something's going to go viral or not. But the only way to have something go viral is if you just keep grinding at it and
consistent, good quality, whatever it is. If you're making TikToks, cool. If you're making, you know, posting pictures, whatever. Yeah.
But I bet the vast majority of stuff doesn't work, and then we never see all the people that grinded for so long and then didn't go viral. And then that's it. We only see the people that did.
Yeah. So let's talk about that grind for a second. How long have you guys been together as a two-piece, and how long have you been grinding to try and, you know, even get to where you are now?
Well, our first practice was 2019.
Yeah.
So we've been playing together for about
January,
3 years or so.
New Year's Day. So we literally started 2019.
The fireworks, the sparks were going crazy.
That's crazy. You guys met each other on the beginning of the year?
Romantic.
And we didn't even know each other. He showed up to my house with his guitar and amp, and then we wrote our first single that afternoon.
Yeah.
So it was good chemistry.
That's cool. I like that.
And there's so much to juggle as well. With writing, you kind of have to take time off to write. But at the same time, you also have to keep pushing on everything else, whether people see what you're working on or they don't. Like, regardless, you have to be doing something.
So when you start something in 2019, obviously everything's changed, and the whole way of making money has changed. What is it now? Where do you try to make the most amount of money when obviously album sales or like is it singles or like, because Spotify doesn't pay you anything, like getting on Spotify is nothing, is pennies or whatever, so it's like that's being taken from you, but you have to be on Spotify to promote yourself, so people can get your songs for free, and then Spotify pays you 5 cents. Even if it goes like you get 1 million views, that's still nothing really, right? Like if your song got 1 million plays on Spotify, what is that even worth?
1 million plays,
$70.
So it's not to make a living.
No, we sell merch. Is definitely
merch is the way.
Well, I guess hot take, because Spotify I really only view as promotional. Which sucks, because that is your main content, your music. But because everyone can get it, it's so accessible, and it's on, you know, every platform. It's almost just like a promo tool you can use to bring people out to shows, which is where merch, ticket sales, stuff like that is actually going to be
all that stuff.
Yeah, I struggle with Spotify too, because even audio quality isn't the best. You know, like if you come from a collecting background like I do, as an old ass man, you know, I want everything to sound the best that it humanly.
Crispy.
Yeah, but you know, really, you'd want to buy a physical copy or download at the absolute highest, you know, resolution you could, right?
Yeah.
So, but Spotify, you just kind of get what you get. You can click a button, I guess, and it says like make it as, you know, as big as Spotify allows. But I think even then, there's still some degradation within the wave file. I don't know. I've always been I'm still a big believer. I listen to Apple Music or Apple Radio or whatever you want to call it, Apple's version, and I still think there's some better clarity there for some reason. I listen to Spotify, and sometimes I feel like it's like compressed, and then you listen to satellite radio, and don't even get me started on how bad that sounds. It's just garbage.
Is touring still something that bands do? This sounds stupid, but I'm saying to promote themselves. It used to be a thing where it was part of the grind to literally go from city to city to promote yourself. Because it seemed like, speaking of Spotify, that does that for you globally through algorithms and stuff, exposes your music and your songs to new ears, which you want, which used to be you'd have to put all your stuff in a van and then eat at Taco Bell for the next 4 months and then go on tour.
Funny you say that.
And so, are you doing that? Is it still a thing?
About 3 weeks ago, I just got a van that we're going to start.
Nice. There's a Taco Bell right up here.
So it's still part of the business model, I guess, for lack of a better term, of being a band.
I mean, we're kind of trying a bit of a different strategy, because, you know, if you're an out-of-town band, no one really knows who you are. It's going to be hard to fill up, you know, a place on a Tuesday night, you know, 5 states away. So kind of our plan this summer is we're going to do like weekend segments and go up to like, you know, South Carolina and Atlanta and stuff like that, and do like maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then come back home and work our day jobs, and then next weekend go back out and hit different cities,
like little mini tours.
Yeah.
And you have, sorry,
I'm just trying to figure out: is there any way to be a successful band without all that hard ass work? Like, because that's a pain in the ass to go.
I can be a ghostwriter.
So hard.
I really do
get
believe,
a van and go to South Carolina.
My answer to you would be, and this
in
goes
this economy,
this goes for TikTok guy that's like, let's say the guy that's got 18 million people on TikTok, and he's posting 4 really clever skit videos on TikTok a day. Mm-hmm. This goes for our buddy Brian Brainerd. This goes for Logan and his goofy brother Paul. All of them. Us. Samantha's podcast, anybody that wants to be anything, the answer to that is no.
I know.
You have to put in the work, and it's just going to be in what direction you're going to do it. So like that stupid TikTok guy, we made it look at his dumb videos and think these are horrible, but I guarantee you, he wasted so much time on editing every little bit of that dumb 3-minute it's the dumbest 3 minutes, but man, he busted his ass on it. And I think you just answered your own question. There is no. As long as you're working and working hard, you'll be a success.
Do you guys do traditional, like, bring your merch with you, sell it at the venue, that kind of thing? All right.
Just bring our own table, bring our own lights. We dress it up really nice.
Yeah, old school style.
Right? Yeah.
I wondered if any like newer bands have evolved to like a way where they're promoting some website that makes their merch automatic. Like one of those deals. There's so many of those now where like it's like made to order stuff, and like
we do that.
So we have that. Also, it's just Teespring. That's what we have right now. But we're actually for our show merch, we'll order everything in bulk and then bring everything, as much as we think we'll sell. And that's just in case.
Where's the easiest place for people to get your music before we forget about this? Because we are going to need to leave a little cushion at the end so we can slide a single. I don't know which song you guys want to play, but I'll let you guys decide which one you want to debut and play for our listeners. But yeah, like when you guys are doing that sort of thing and compiling where people you want them to land, where would they go?
Instagram. I run that, and Facebook at Little Lazy Band. And we have a little link tree there, and that's going to have all our information for our music, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Tidal, whoever.
So, everywhere.
All any shows coming up anytime soon? Or
we have one. That's also all on our Instagram, too. We're taking April off for a little bit as of right now.
Good.
Just to focus on writing and stuff like that, because we've been kind of grinding hard with shows and all that.
Recording
but May,
music videos,
May, I forgot the exact date, but that'll be on our Instagram too.
Dig it.
Yeah.
I was listening to you guys a little bit this morning, and there's a lot of blues in there. Who's the blues fan? Is that you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're super bluesy, man. I like it. I dig it. It's a very good listen, and I feel bad now that I listen to it on Spotify. Like, I feel like I should have owned it. I'm like over here big talking, and
well, it's on Apple too, so get it over there.
Okay, cool. Their interface isn't as good for searching for stuff. See, that's the problem. When you want to search for something fast, you go to Spotify. When you want it to sound good, you go to Apple. That's the problem with these things. I don't know which. And I guess if I really wanted it to sound good, I'd go to Tidal, and I don't even have a Tidal account. Andrea won't let me get. My wife has taken away. Tidal is Jay-Z's music service,
it's like
where
ultra high.
Yeah, it's like high fidelity.
Much.
Yeah, it's like the highest resolution. When you're listening you're listening to like Flax and stuff. You're getting these big wave files with every nuance, every little. You could hear the pin drop and every little wave that reverberated around it.
Yeah.
Who's got the room for that? My email is full.
Know.
And we have our Teespring open right now, but we're in the process of getting our physical merch to be sold online as well.
Okay, cool. Well, do you know which song you guys want to play? Because I'm leaving.
So we just had a song out, new
with
song
hopefully no curse words in it.
No.
Okay.
We just released a song last month. It's called Trophies.
Yeah,
and we'll have a music video out next week on the 8th for that.
Beautiful. So in preparation for the music video that will be released on the 8th, here is Little Lazy and Trophies on Real Radio 104.1.
I'm not your number one. I'm not your gold or bronze. Of everything that you got, and I know you got a lot. Don't follow my footsteps, even though I'll try my best. I will. I'm not too afraid. You might just be in danger. Yeah, I think I'm falling.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. Jeff Howell still here. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm good, buddy. How you?
Where are you going to be at? House of Blues?
Ask me in 5 minutes. Let me get my phone out. Go ahead. Go to commercial.
Samantha came out there and she saw you and your boy playing at House of Blues.
Yeah.
She said it was a hell of a party. She said the party outside because there was a concert that
for kids, I think. Younger people.
Basically, for younger people inside. So that was already going off. But she said outside they came out a little early to beat the rush, and Jeff was tearing it sideways with everybody else.
They are so awesome.
That's a good venue, dude.
Did she tell you what I said to her?
No.
About the last time I came in?
No.
Because I was just goofing and everything. And I said, so last time when I came in, or the 2 times before I came in, and Tom said, "Hey, what's going on, Jeff? What do you want to talk about?" And I go, "I don't know," because I never know what I want to do.
We keep it a little loose around here. Yeah. It's a little.
But Tom wrote a couple of things down, so I said, "Well, I'll help him out next time." So the next time I wrote down, I had a list of about 5. Remember that? So I handed it to Tom, and we're doing the show, and then finally he got to the list, and I thought he was going to go, "Oh, Jeff, have you ever been to England?" I had Scotland. Have you ever been to England?
Like I was going to be good at my job. You know me, Jeff. That's your fault.
He goes, "Jeff, hand me a piece of paper that says Scotland on there."
What's up, mate?
Yeah. So I go into this Scotland thing, which was a bit, but it was partially true. The guy did say, "Would you come over to my house and play on my deck?" But he mispronounced it.
Oh, no, we're going back to this.
But I'm not doing it.
Samantha, I blame you.
Not doing it. So anyway, it was just a little 5-minute little skit. That's why I wrote it. So it had a little punchline. The whole time I'm telling the story, I'm looking at Tommy. He's going, "Okay."
Oh, no. Why are you doing this to our friends?
Why are you looking at me? Don't look at me during the show.
I go, damn, I just sat through 45 minutes of you and your meemaw and Christmas trees. And there was no punchline. I mean, at least mine's got a punchline.
Well, it wasn't a bit. I was telling you an actual real story.
Damn it, that's what I screwed up.
It's Rice Krispie Treat meemaw.
Dan, I really thought it was a funny skit. Look, I'm looking over. I just look over for a response. I'm going, okay, all right. Okay.
He's not going to fake it. I'll fake it.
I thought you didn't
I'm faking it.
Sam told us. Sam came back after she went to House of Blues. She's like, "I saw Jeff." I'm like, "Oh, cool." And she's like, "Oh, awesome." It was a big party. Everybody's screaming, "Jeff, you suck." People were confused. and then she was like, and then he pulled me aside and he was like, "I apologize for my last." And then I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "I go into the bed," and Tom was mad about it. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, we just do the thing. Like, what is he apologizing to me for? We're just doing the thing and we're reading the stuff. So you do it the next day. I'm like, why is he apologizing to you?
Okay, anyway. Jeff has here shoehorn. What about shoehorns, Jeff?
Well, I didn't. You never hand me a list. We just sit down and talk.
You threw him off. Like he freaked out.
This is highlighted.
Oh wow, that's your taxes.
Okay. Oh, Jeff.
What?
I got the perfect question for you. And Daniel. Okay. So.
Oh no.
So my buddy Andres is coming up in June or sometime, right?
Okay, great.
And
I love Andres and Leanne, the Browns. His family's awesome.
So he's staying with us, but he's coming up here because he's going to the House of Blues to see Newfound Glory.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Because he wants to take his kids to their first punk rock concert, right? I guess, I mean, you can categorize Newfound Glory as like a pop punk,
Absolutely.
But it probably skews a little more all ages.
A decent one for kids. Limited F-bombs, I feel like, on that bill.
So then my wife was like, well, I want to take Tommy and Max to their first concert too, so I'll just buy tickets for with you guys, and we'll all go and take our kids.
There you go.
But I'm like, well, I feel like no one's going to want
they don't want you
bunch
there.
Of kids. Like at the Newfound Glory concert, because they're gonna be like, "Why'd you take your kids here?"
Yeah.
And then my wife said it's all ages. Yeah, but I'm like, but they put that to sell tickets.
Yeah, it's for 16-year-olds.
But the people who are going there don't want like a 6-year-old, a 7-year-old.
They don't want that.
So is that the correct answer? Because I said they don't want that. My wife said it's all ages. We're going, and then I gave up.
And my wife just walked in. I have no idea why, and I'm freaked out. like on cue, my wife walked in. Like you have are you guys doing? Is this where you tell me? Look, I stopped drinking. I don't know what the hell this is about.
It's a stop being crazy convention.
This is a stop being crazy convention.
No intervention, and it's going to be way harder.
What do you think? You could you have a second? 1 second?
I have the car open.
Oh. It's fine. Maisie's in
there. The kids are in
Tell Maisie to pull it around back.
You're fine. You can drive.
Okay, hold on. I'll put your mic on. All right, there you go.
Can I take my... was Jeff out kissing your wife?
I don't know. This is when my wife shows up, Jeff Howell's tongue kissing my wife.
Hang on.
You know what? Is this where you leave me for Jeff Howell? It's all because I'm a drug addict?
If you're going to do a Will Smith, I'm putting my mouthpiece here.
Why is a mouthpiece so I don't slap him?
You never know. This is a mouthpiece.
Okay.
You never know when
boxing mouthpiece.
Oh, it's
people are so crazy nowadays. You never know when you're going to get.
You ruined his Will Smith joke. You ruined his Will Smith joke, and he'll never forgive you now.
He wrote it on the paper.
He'll never.
Will Smith. Here, say something about this.
Okay, Andrew, can I take Tommy and Max to a Newfound Glory concert with Andres and Leanne and their kids
at House of Blues?
I said.
Yeah. You can, but they don't. That's not what you asked. You asked.
Okay, hold on. Finish asking your question.
Are the people there going to be like, oh God, why do these people take their kids here?
100%.
This is like we're here to have fun, and now it's a bunch of 6 and 7-year-olds.
It depends on where you're standing. It's at House of Blues.
Yeah.
Like you can't take them in the pit.
No, I didn't.
But you're gonna put them on your shoulders. You're gonna obstruct someone's view. They don't want them there. I'm being honest with you.
Are going to bitch and complain the whole time.
That's what I said, but my wife has this vision of taking.
Yeah, I have visions all the time, and this is why you guys are here.
If your kids listen to them with you, I feel like we could take Maisie to go see John Mayer or Ghost, and she would love
John Mayer or Ghost. That's it. Ghost. She loves that new album.
Yeah.
But have your kids ever listened to it?
No, they don't know what that is. They like Astronaut in the Ocean. What band
Do
is
you
that?
still have those? Like, are you going to bring them the cans to go over their ears to muffle the sound?
Oh, because that first couple rim shots are going to blow up their Swedish ears.
Once
Cyrus Bullock's going to be laying down some big fat rim shots.
Your kids like standing there like. So one song and then you're out.
Yeah.
You know what?
Giant waste of time. That's what most of my life is.
You know what kills my newfound glory boner is when there's kids, babies standing around with their ears plugging their ears. Yeah. It's not going to be cool.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Andrew's got to get out of here.
I got to get in the car. But I feel like, it's a waste for you.
Well, the waste part, my wife loves because she wastes all money. But I'm like, the kid's not even going to enjoy it.
No.
This is your fantasy about bringing the kids to their first concert and then them having some memory of like my mom.
What about Avid Brothers? Take them to Avid Brothers. That's more their speed.
Oh yeah, take me.
Yeah, take me too. Get me the Loge for Avid Brothers. Oh, that was somebody calling.
You guys can go to that. That's just not my jam.
Oh, look at this. She's crapping. Get out of here. Go get in your car.
No, I have to bring in corn pole boards.
Oh,
yeah.
We need those.
Corn pole?
Project.
Well,
his mom used to always call them corn pole.
Yeah, she didn't understand.
She thought she was a corn pole winner.
Yeah,
well, in Louisiana, cornhole does involve a pole, so.
There it is. All right.
Were you waiting for that?
Yeah.
Kiss his wife again.
Yeah, do you kiss my wife with your mouth?
I do have to tell you that, you were talking about House of Blues and stuff. And we were playing, like just last week, we were playing out front. And, you got people from all over the world, all over the country. And they had these people come in and they brought their child. And I didn't notice at first until he got close to the stage, but he was about a 4-year-old kid, or 5-year-old kid, but he was Down syndrome. And, you could tell, you could tell. And so he got, and we were doing Hotel California, and he was just dancing and having a wonderful time. And I said, everybody, let's have a hand for the young man. Everybody's clapping, and he's doing like this. And I said, well, I'm going to play, you want to hear a fast song? And he went, yeah. And I was like, fast song? I said, yeah. So I did In the Top 3, my song.
Oh, I love that
song. I did that. He went,
I like that kid.
That kid's got great taste.
Yeah.
But, Jeff, when did you take your son to his first concert?
And what was it?
I never did.
So he never
did. Yeah, I don't like to. Here's the deal. I don't even like going to concerts. And the ones I'll go to like a House of Blues, maybe. I don't like crowds. I don't, so I don't go to concerts. I never took him to one. I think I
took Maisie to see Aaron Lewis.
Yeah.
I have no idea that
one person will laugh at that.
I know, right?
Me and Jeff have no idea.
Yeah, say Andrew Dice Clay next time.
From Stain. Yeah, thank you, my wife. All right, I love you.
Bye.
So, Anyway,
you can Purell that kiss off.
That's exactly what you guys thought is what I told Crystal.
No, I think it's a great idea, though, and I would love to do it, too. Like, I would love... You know what Maisie told me the other day? I told this to you, Tom. I didn't tell Andrea, and I did not tell you.
Yeah.
Just to screw with me, because Andrea knows she loves getting under my skin. She's like, I hate rock and roll. And I'm like, this bitch.
Yeah.
Like, just saying it, and then watching my face.
How old is she?
6.
Yeah, like young kids, I feel like my kids too, like they hear any punk rock I play and they gravitate more towards hip hop and then like pop
music
because it's more pleasing, I guess, to them. You know, they have to develop that. It's like hot sauce, right?
Yeah.
You know, you have to develop a taste for it.
Yeah, my son, he had older cousins and they loved to play video games, so he gravitated to them. So he went straight from Barney, Barney the cartoon. He went straight from Barney to Red Hot Chili Peppers. There was no Hanson or anything like that. Stepping stone.
Interesting.
Yeah,
and a good choice too.
Yeah. Well, but he was listening to what they listened to.
Yeah.
And I think
more complicated melodic lines.
I think you can just get used to just about or like anything, because when I was a kid, my dad wanted me to listen to Hank Williams Sr., old hillbilly stuff from the 30s and 40s.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I hated it at first, but he made me listen to it, and I fell in love with it.
Right.
I probably know 200 songs from the 30s to the 50s.
Start putting on some Newfound Glory and see if they they might just naturally gravitate to it. It's fun music. It's not like they're not a fun band.
No, I know. It's
or just play them strip club
Jake,
music.
Though, if it were Less Than Jake, it'd almost be better because of the stage show. I'm trying to help you out here.
No,
but they shoot toilet paper in the audience and confetti and stuff.
Up with people.
No. But Power Team would work because they're ripping the phone books in half.
It's just one of these things that we've done before. I did it with snowmobiles, where the fact that the fantasy in my head was vastly different than reality.
That your family, you and all, would ride snowmobiles together?
We rented it. It was too long. The kids were too small to even remember or enjoy it.
Yeah.
But in my mind, it was going to be this memory that they had of like renting snowmobiles. No, they'll never remember.
To you it is, though. So I say, I've kind of changed my tune on this. I was pretty hard on you about the snowboarding or snowmobiling, rather, and wasting money. I'm going to change my tune even in what I originally said on this. I think you got to do it because I think it's for Crystal. So I think she's got to do it because it's going to make her feel good.
It is.
I think you got to do it.
But is it because her fantasy is going to be ruined by my kids either not liking it or the people being like, why the hell did you bring your kids here?
But it's a story for you, and you tell the story on the show. Does it hurt your feelings that Max fell asleep?
Yes.
No, I don't have feelings about it. No, it makes me realize that this was dumb to do. The kids were too young, and that's what I'm thinking. Like the concert, like kids are too young. They don't want to do it. This is for my wife.
You need that. So you need that. This needs to happen. So she goes to the concert, and she's watching, and then all of a sudden a couple starts having sex right next to your kids, okay? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I can't see that happening in House of Blues.
This is a bizarre scenario. But keep going.
Okay.
I did not see it going.
And then she comes back, and then she goes, "Oh my God, it was awful." And we go, "See, you got a card. I told you should listen to me."
Hold on. I like how Jeff thinks that my wife is going to do this without me. I wouldn't be bitching about it if I didn't have to go. I'd be sitting at home. Of course, I have to go.
Going?
I have to, Jeff. I have no choice.
That's going to be miserable for those kids.
It's a mandate that I do all these things.
I want to rock and roll, but my dad's here. So.
Let's play some voicemails.
All right. I know that.
Did we unplug your stuff yet? I don't think we did.
It's okay. It's okay.
We're going to plug it.
Just search Jeff Howell.
Yeah. Just Google Jeff Howell.
I do keep my map up to date. My calendar.
My map. Oh, my God. Just go to MapQuest. Type in Jeff
What
Howell.
month are we in? Okay.
I love it when you come in, and I love it. See how much better it is when you don't bring a list of dogs.
I know, but I do have a list. No, I'm kidding.
No lists. All right. Now, I know that in recent year, you have become a major proponent and mega fan. You are Orlando's Willie Nelson of medical marijuana.
Oh, yeah.
And so this ties in. Here we go. First voicemail.
What's up, T&D? I got a question for all the weedmen out there. Has Snoop replaced Bob Marley as the most recognizable weedman out there? Feel like, I'm 40, my generation. It was always Bob Marley. I feel like today Snoop is the guy. Also want to know where Willie Nelson falls into all of this. So Maybe who's the next up and coming weedman out there? Cheech and Chong. What's the timeline on this, guys? I figure you'll know. See ya.
I think you got to. I think
half the people you mentioned are dead. So guess Snoop is
Cheech
the new
and Chong both alive, right?
Willie's alive.
Willie's alive, and Bob dead.
Yeah. But what I mean by dead is it's close.
It is.
I saw
Especially
Cheech Marin and Tommy Chong on TikTok the other day, and they are old.
I think Tommy Chong, though, believe it or not, I feel like he's doing better than Cheech. I feel like Cheech was secretly getting cancer with all his Nash Bridges money.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that
Chong,
sweet Nash Bridges.
They got to be in
money.
their 70s.
With Chong, he's salsas. He's a big proponent of salsa dancing.
Yeah, but that was 15 years ago.
Oh, he doesn't salsa anymore?
I don't know.
Probably. Whatever is going to pay his rent.
He was. Yeah.
When I saw him, he was like a late 70s. I don't know. Like, how old is Tommy Chong now? Is he damn near 80?
There's no way of knowing. I'm sorry. I'm going to say that, yes, Snoop has replaced Bob Marley.
Yeah.
I think we can retire Bob.
Yeah.
And we can, because I always thought it was a little cheap.
Yeah.
That Bob had more notoriety as a kid. He got more notoriety for smoking the weed than he did his music, and I think his music is far superior.
It's way superior.
Yeah, and he probably used marijuana the way you should, which is like as a healing and some sort of holistic
creative,
property. Yeah. So I'm going to say we can retire him and make him music only, and we can slide Snoop into there because Snoop is consumer friendly. He's all about the money.
Yeah. Chong is 83, by the way.
Holy crap! That's an old Chong.
That's a lot of smoking.
Here's what, Snoop Dogg is now the new official, I guess, poster boy or poster man for marijuana. Even in the Super Bowl, there was a damn bet about him smoking on stage. Once the Vegas books have put in, Willie or Willie not smoke a joint on stage, it's basically what you're known for and what everybody knows you for. And I wonder if there's any younger generation. Probably not, because it used to be taboo to smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? So it's the way Snoop Dogg flaunted it.
Yeah.
It, surprised everybody, and it was a shocking oh my God, this guy's openly smoking marijuana.
Yeah.
And now I imagine the younger generation doesn't look at it like that because half the states are recreational, medical and stuff. It's so prevalent and so
way more in the news.
Yeah, and
way so less villainized.
No one cares that someone's smoking weed. It used to be, I got a list of
We're receiving a note here.
All right.
Breaking news.
So, Jeff, do you know anything about Willie Nelson?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's why I half-heartedly said it, because I knew it always says it's a joke. Just be serious.
He's a musician. What do you want to know about him? He's all over the place. No, actually.
How old is Willie now? He's in his mid to late 80s, right? Or 90.
I'm going to say Willie Nelson has got to be 90 years old.
I would say so, too. Because he was old when I was a kid.
American musician. He is, wait for it. 88. Yeah, he's right up there.
And I feel like he probably didn't even smoke that much, compared to what Snoop Dogg smokes. Or
I think I smoke more than Willie Nelson, right?
He's probably just kind of the figurehead, the proponent of it, Yeah,
I feel like Willie Nelson back in the day, was he high 24/7, or was he smoking the occasional joint to relax?
No, I don't even really remember because I was a big fan because when he came out, and you were younger, a little bit younger, but when he came out, it was the anti-Nashville country.
Yeah,
it was outlaw country, and these guys, they came in and they made his way. Waylon, Willie, Chris Christopherson, a couple other guys, and so anyway, but when he came out, it was drinking and partying and beards. Nobody had a beard in country music back then. They were all clean shaven and sequin suits. So they were like the real deal. And so they drew all the hippies.
Yeah, so you'd occasionally get it mentioned in a song where it would be like, hey, I ain't opposed to it. I'm just down here doing my thing. Don't judge me. Hey, I fall on a joint now and again. That kind of a take.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I'm medicating myself at all times. It was more about I'm not, hey, it's from the earth. I'll smoke a joint with it. It was kind of good old
alcohol or whatever. And then,
but like a specialty, like popping a bottle of champagne, right?
Yeah.
To me, a joint felt like more like like a glass of champagne. It'd be like, hey,
like an occasion,
a celebration. Like, hey, you're in town. I've been saving this thing for a while. Let me go get this joint and let's,
A buddy of mine that plays bass for me every now and then. He's like you guys, family guy. Got young kids. Great character. Just a wonderful guy. But he always plays bass. And you know how? I don't know if you've seen this, Tom, but when I do LaGrange and it goes how, I always go Jeff how, Jeff how. And the crowd dies over it. So they die.
He's doing a noise.
He used his name in that song.
He's doing a noise.
That's an amazing pun.
I don't have a very intelligent following out there. So anyway, they go to eat at a barbecue place, and it's one of the barbecue, and they have country music pictures, guys.
Yeah.
All over. So their table, they had Willie Nelson, and I mean like a recent Willie Nelson picture up there. And the daughter goes, she's 7 years old. She goes, hey, Daddy, look, I think that's Jeff how up there.
But I can see that. Yeah, I can see a little bit of that.
Ask me about Waylon Jennings, too. Okay?
Do you know anything about wailing?
I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
I got another voicemail for you. Let's try this one right here, because Jeff's going to be able to help. I think Jeff's going to be able to help.
I haven't been much help so far.
No, you're fine. Here, try this one.
I love that Tom calls giving a gift card to a teacher a tip, and then he's worried about his kid being called a pussy willow or whatever, and the only person that can actually help his son from getting bullied is the teacher, and he doesn't want to tip her.
Oh, so you remember this from a couple weeks ago? Did you tip your teachers for Casey?
No.
Give them a gift throughout the year?
No, I had sex with two of them.
Whoa. Wow. All right. Wow. We'll be right back.
Junior high-ish.
With your teacher?
No.
In junior high?
No, it was just one.
You got to be careful. You got to clarify. You can't just say, I'm a sex. Junior high. Hold on a second.
Yeah. You got to make sure it's a teacher. Yeah, it was a teacher.
So hold on a kid. Sure. Where's your teacher? Parking pass.
And when you went to junior high, it went up to 9th grade, right?
No, we were all in one room. It was from K to 12.
Yeah, the older kids sat in the back and helped the younger kids. So when the bell rang, we all ran to the general store to get some candy.
It transitioned in the 90s, and they made 9th grade.
It was weird because when I was in junior high school, the first 2 years, 7th and 8th grade, it was just 7th and 8th grade. But then when I was getting ready to go to high school, they changed it to 7th through 9th grade. So, and now I don't know what it is.
We had a 7th grade center. So we had your pre-K stuff, and then you'd get to 6th grade, and then you'd go to the special place called the 7th grade center. Then you go to middle school, then you go to high school.
Really?
Yeah. And then they took 7th grade center away, combined it all into middle school. So middle was 7, 8, and middle was 7 and 8.
Yeah.
And then high school was 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, 9 through 12. When I remember it, and I think it still is, middle school 6 through 8, and then high school is 9 through 12, elementary 1 through 5, or whatever. Anyway, let's go back to, sleeping with the middle school teacher. So you were in 9th grade middle school, so you were 15 or something, right?
No. I meant I had sex with one of my son's middle school.
Less impressive.
Yeah, not as cool.
Oh, really?
No.
Definitely not. No, dude, if you would have seen me in high school and junior high school, you would go, this guy's going to die a virgin.
Lanky.
Oh, my God. My nose was huge. It had been broken 8 times. I looked, actually, you don't know, what's a bull mastiff? Is that Spuds McKenzie? Is that a bull mastiff?
No, that's a bull terrier.
Bull terrier.
Yeah.
But I had such a hump in my nose that it went straight from my forehead to the tip of my nose. I looked like a bull terrier. And I had a red afro.
That's what I look like.
Yeah. And I have albino skin, and I was skinny skin. Yeah, it wasn't.
What did this middle school teacher look like?
No. I didn't have sex with the middle school teacher when I was in middle school. I wish I did, and I practiced a lot.
If you did, what would she have looked like?
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Did your son get at least good grades that year? Was there any
benefit?
Yeah, do you think she favored?
We had sex before he had gotten in her class.
No.
This was way back, and it was actually
awkward.
Yeah, it was actually on a monster cruise.
Really?
Oh my God! What was she teaching him? Oh my God!
I thought about that. Okay, let's be honest. So we've all had experience with like preferential treatment because of either the radio or the shows or whatever.
Mild celebrity.
Yeah, just a mild local celebrity. I don't even like calling it a celebrity, but it's like people hear you on the radio or whatever. So then, listen, I've built this business off of this. It's like the grifts, the little things you get for free, and people like, hey, I'll give you this.
The whole world is run by relationships, Tom.
So there is a slight chance that in the future my son's teachers could be listeners.
Yes.
They'll definitely treat my kids better, right?
Yeah.
And then give them better grades, and I'll get the treatment, right?
Yeah, you get the treatment. That's why I also
are they like how? Because I know some
here's
teachers
something
they
else
don't care.
too. I thought about. I said this to Andrea, and she got really mad at me. I also said we need to make sure if we get a male teacher. Which I don't think Maisie has any male teacher. I said, make sure if we get a male teacher to over-tip them, because the male teachers could end up being principals.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That did not go over very well. It was a joke. I made it up.
I like it.
Yeah, it was
I'm using it tonight. Give me my pad back.
Carlos Mencia.
Okay, going back to this guy's voicemail, I was all about tipping the teachers for
tipping.
You're like, kind of gifting them out,
it's
like
bribery.
for Christmas and stuff.
I mean bribery. Like you bribe the teachers with gift cards and stuff for Christmas and like teachers appreciation week or whatever. Well,
they deserve it. They deserve it. I just never thought of that.
Well, my theory
after the sex thing,
but like the chat room is saying, we're like the only dads that talk about tipping the teachers, which is insane to me because I even did it with daycare. I've always done it.
It's bribery.
They did it to my mom. I remember my mom coming home with like stuff that like kids' parents gave her. She was a lifelong educator.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing with tipping the waitress you want to come bring you more beer. So like the tipping works. It's
the carpet cleaner, the plumber, everybody.
But so there's like obviously it's even better than that. Like tipping a person for a service that you're never going to see again. I could see how the person doesn't want to do that because they think it's a waste of money because they're like, whatever. If I don't tip them, I'm never going to see him again. Tipping the person that is teaching your kid you see all the time, that's what tipping. It's a
big deal.
Like I said, like if you go on an excursion or you're anywhere or whatever, tip the guide or the person that's showing you a good time before you even leave, and then they'll treat you better. Right? But it's basic bribery. That's why.
Yeah, it is bribery. So, it's tipping for the wrong reasons. It's tipping for the wrong.
So, Jeff, if someone sits in front of you and then goes and gives you a $50 tip, you're going to
sing whatever song they want.
Cater to them, right?
Then I'll give you. And this is a true story.
Yeah, if I step on the House of Blues and I see you and I see Casey and I tuck a hundo in there, guess what you're singing?
Hey, Tom, ask me about tipping.
How's tipping?
Okay, one time, I was playing, and this is when Barney was huge. In the 90s, Barney was the kid.
Barney, that's a second Barney reference.
Oh, my God. I'm really trying to push this.
If you say it 3 times, he bucked through the door.
So this girl comes up to me. She's sitting with a guy, and he looks like a Middle Eastern, older guy.
Oh, God, is you going to go full racist?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sexist, racist.
Here it is. Are you going to do the voice?
Yeah, and he had a date, and his escort looked like she had alopecia. Not just had. So anyway.
That was written down.
Oh my God,
that was written down.
Oh my God.
So anyway, she comes up to me and she goes, "Would you do a perverted Barney song?" Because I'd been doing my comedy thing, and I said, and everybody was doing that.
Who asked for that?
Yeah.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, she goes, "Me and my boyfriend really like you, and would you do a perverted Barney song?" And I went, "Look, I don't." I said,
no, that's awesome.
I know. And she was my kid's 7th grade geography teacher.
Oh my God.
With alopecia. So she came up and she goes, Would you do that? And I said, "Look, everybody's doing that. I'm not. That's hack. I'm not doing that." And she goes, "It's worth this." And she pulled out a $100 bill, and I went, "I effed you." Man. And I believe me. And I told everybody in the place. I said, I held up the $100 bill. I said, "Everybody, listen. I'm here to entertain everybody, but I'm going to be kissing their ass all night long."
Of course. I don't like the people that say and make the statement that they can't be bought because I believe it's a lie.
Oh, everybody.
I
everybody
feel like everybody has
$1 Man, my favorite wrestler.
Yeah. But you know what? I guess it is better to to say that because all these hypotheticals never happen.
Why is it better to say it? It'd be better to say, I have a price.
Because
and then just linger in case somebody comes up and says, what's your price? And I go, this is $18,000. Here you go.
Yeah.
But that's most likely
much cheaper.
Never going to happen ever. Like, no one ever does
why shut the door before, just keep it open, keep the window open.
Yeah. I feel like that whole indecent proposal thing and like, all that stuff has... I mean, how many times has that ever happened in the history of time?
I thought it was going to happen when you left me alone at the Airbnb with your wife. I thought it was going to happen. That's how much I think of myself.
What if I brought you like $1,000 each and then handed you a list of paper and said, okay, I want you to talk about all this.
Ask we could do it.
Questions.
Yeah, we
really?
Oh, yeah.
100%. You want to buy the show?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a done deal.
There has been...
God, I probably went too high to start with. I'm really bad.
A little high.
Here, I'll tell the listeners that there's been sponsored segments. We don't talk about it because it's corny and it seems like you're just selling out for money, which we are.
Yeah, we do.
But plenty of time, like sponsors can pay us a fee and we'll interview them, and that's how we do that all the time.
Yeah. Tell me about uterine mesh. Oh, really?
How soft is that pillow?
So this class action lawsuit with iTunes, how's that work out?
I don't have $1,000 to spare, but I got like a whole garage full of Red Dog Pub free drinks.
Do you have anything left over from Red Dog Pub?
Everything.
Can we talk about Red Dog Pub?
Is it something else now?
It's all in my house. Everything.
But the actual location.
It's a new bar now. It's called... And listen, I told you guys.
Are you going to throw shade?
No.
I saw a glimmer of this shade. Is real in Jeff's eye, and it never
hurt me a little bit.
It's always a joke.
Not a joke. Not a joke.
You said everything from Red Dog Pub is in your house, which means that you probably have a Coca-Cola Freestyle machine.
Yes, I do.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I got everything that I bought. But
you got a guy with a ponytail tossing wings.
But anyway, no, it was all in my house. But it's all there if you want to come see it. It's nice.
Were you going to sell it or just have it there?
I don't know. I just when they gave us 48 hours. Fortunately, the lady, she was just super nice.
Is your house just a sea of metal and copper?
Yeah. And neon, O'Doul signs.
O'Doul. That's the worst
I didn't even get the good one. I know.
They got O'Douls. Keep going. Keep watching.
Why do you need to advertise that?
Yeah. I got that big double sink from the kitchen.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah, it's in my living room.
A big-ass kitchen sink?
It's in my living room, right next to my piano.
You could probably sell that thing on Facebook Marketplace for a couple thousand.
I'm so bad at selling. I just...
This guy sells everything.
Do you really?
I mean, he's running scams all the time.
Hold on. But people say that all you have to do is take a picture of it and then go to Facebook Marketplace and just upload it with a price.
Takes too long.
But then, and not only that, you have to talk to people. I love people.
I'm like you, Joe.
Yeah, I love people.
Craigslist not for me.
Yeah, but I get peopled out because my job is people. I mean, I'm in there. I'm
just a little bit more. You talk to people all the time for your job.
No, you reach a breaking point.
That's what I'm saying. And once I'm done talking to people, I'm done.
Yeah. What can't you just do?
One more hour.
The man done.
$1,200. You could sell that sink for
Why don't you buy it for your outdoor kitchen?
It's too big. I don't need something.
I thought you were redoing your outdoor kitchen.
No.
What else you got for sale? How much for this O'Doul's light up? I'll put it on our studio.
I also have, this is crazy, and I actually hooked this one. I actually made an effort to hook this one up. I have a hand dryer, but it's in my living room.
Oh, those are great. The Excalibur?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and you just
I love
do your
the
hand
Excalibur. Yeah, you should see what it does with your pubes. Flow.
Here's what I don't like about the hand dryer is the amount of time
that it takes.
That you have to just hold your hands
because you're doing it wrong. You got to with the Excalibur, you got to let it move the water around.
Yeah.
The one I don't like because you have a tendency to touch it is the Dyson Airblade. Sorry, hot take.
Oh, where you dip your
hands through the robot, and I'm like, nah, I like the Excalibur. It's got the tiny hole, and they're forcing. I mean, it's and it's just blowing the water everywhere.
But it's like then you wipe your hands on your jeans and
that's what I do.
Or shorts.
Or I don't even wash.
How dry do I need these things?
At House of Blues, this kid came up to me and he goes, in the bathroom, he goes, "You're the guitar man up there." And I guess his dad was standing outside, but he was little kid. And he goes, "You're the guitar man." I said, "Yeah, we were playing."
We just got out of Newfound Glory. That sucked. I hate my dad.
I'll never talk to him again.
Exactly.
Stupid dad. But that couple having sex was awesome. So he goes, you're the guitar guy. He goes, I really like the music, and I like Spider-Man, and I like Transformers, and my mom's phone number is 386. I went, no, don't tell me.
No, do tell me. Let me see your mom.
Yeah.
How many she squeezed out? Just you? There's still a chance.
Is she a junior high teacher? No, I'll take care of that.
What is that about the kid? Like, there is either your kid can talk to strangers openly, and has no problem with it, or like my kids would never ever
totally calm.
have a conversation because they're shy.
May's too shy. She won't do it.
Yeah.
It's like the kids that can do that are they like? What?
I think they're psychos.
Like what?
Yeah.
Like when you're a kid and you walk up to me and you're like, "Hi, my name's Steven. I like your shoes. You want to be my friend?" I'm like, "Get out of here, Steven. You're a psychopath."
You're like, how do you have that much confidence? Why aren't you shy like all the other kids?
Taekwondo?
No, I feel like the kids that are in Taekwondo, like they're not very talkative, right? They just
not only in Korean.
What do you want to do?
You want to do one more?
Okay,
I'll give you. How about I'll give you a choice? We can do gaming, dry bag, or mean to Tom.
Let's do dry bag.
All right, dry bag it is. Here we go.
So, guys, if BDM Nels from Minnesota here, if nobody else has thought of this yet, you're, I used to go canoeing and all that jazz as a kid, and Boy Scouts and everything, Eagle Scout here, whoop whoop. That bag, the
I love nervous Eagle Scout laughter. You're an Eagle Scout, right?
No, no.
I thought you were.
No, I went to Cub Scouts, and we did a father-son thing.
Yeah.
And it was the coldest day in Louisiana ever, coldest night. And it was about 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm freezing in my sleeping bag. It was a father-son thing.
Oh, God.
My dad comes over, and I feel this nudge, and I look up, and I go, Daddy, what? And he goes, are you cold? And I said, yeah. He said, me too. Get in the goddamn car. And we got in the car and left.
I like that. I like that.
Never scouted
Blackie
again.
Hal, everybody. A legend. We'll continue.
water bag, as you call it. It's kind of a backpack at the same time, which I love that feature of it. It's not just a boring water bag that Dan was describing it as, those bags you roll up that you keep in your kayak or canoe or whatever, so if you spill, your camping equipment doesn't get wet. It's great. There's another use for it. It's waterproof. I haven't tried this completely yet, but it's a great beer transporter. It helps keep it cold, not letting any much air bleed in and out.
Can you stop it for a second? Ask me about Willie Nelson.
Jeff is impatient, right? He can't even sit through a voicemail.
Have you ever driven anywhere?
He's like, I'm not telling my stories. This guy is telling a long voicemail. I got to tell my punchline.
Why is this guy talking?
Joke stories.
I'm like, he didn't even have one. And he's like, oh, God, this guy's taking too long.
Have you ever driven anywhere?
He's also essing on the dry bags we just started selling.
No. He's saying like there's another obvious use for it.
Oh, okay.
Not letting any much air bleed in and out outside of a backpack. It's got the backpack strap, so it's like a backpack, but it's more insulated than a backpack. And my next thing I'm going to try is dumping ice in the
Oh, you dork.
The MFer. Sorry, Sam.
Sorry, Dan.
If I said too much of that word there. And use it as a backpack cooler.
Took him all that time to say, hey, use it as backpack cooler. Hey, guys, it's me, Steven.
I'm with Jeff.
Ask me about Willie Nelson. Bring it, buddy.
So, Jeff, tell me about Willie Nelson. I understand you have a great Willie Nelson encounter.
Yeah, we should have just said dry bag / backpack cooler. Tony, put that up in there.
Yeah,
we can change it. We'll change it.
Change anything we want. Cure for cancer.
All right, Jeff. Besides the House of Blues, and are you there every week? Or?
Yeah, every Thursday. House of Blues, right up front.
And that's the outside bar, so you don't have to go inside the House of Blues. You just go and have some delicious food.
Oh, it's great, but they also serve food outside.
Yeah, you can get food out there now.
They have a smokehouse.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
is that what you said?
Yeah, you go and eat something, watch Jeff Howl, and free, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
totally free. If you have not seen Jeff, that's a great setup too. It gives you a lot
really
of options
fun.
for other things later.
It's really fun. My son is playing with me. Tom Hollis plays with me every week. Yeah, I'll be at the House of Blues on Thursday. I'll be at the Whiskey this Friday on Sand Lake Road from 10 to 1. And Crimson House, Linda Bird's place in New Smyrna. I'll be there on Saturday from 7 to 10.
How's she pay? Pretty good.
Well, yeah.
They should try to give you the Clear Channel.
Well, yeah. She went.
Yeah. I'll do it for $280.
Yeah. Let me, watch this. She goes, how much? So she went with it.
There's value in this?
Yeah, and I even gave her a break, and she went with it. She goes, oh, okay, well, I hope a lot of people show up. And I said,
you're losing your edge, Linda.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He scammed you into paying him.
Can't believe it.
Oh. You know, back in the day, though, I got more stories.
You talked yourself out of a job.
It's okay.
Okay.
They got somebody else will pay for just as low. So.
The good thing is it's a value.
I know, yeah. It's just as long as I can go and make people smile.
Oh man, we got to get out of here.
All right,
love you guys.
Yeah, love you too, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Yep,
had a wonderful time.
All right, so we'll bye bye.
I got a Chris Christopherson story if you want.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. No, Samantha. She is on an old lady cruise.
Why is that old lady? It's a punk rock cruise.
Yeah, but tell me, are there any young ladies on a punk rock cruise?
Samantha, we'll talk to her next week.
It's not a new punk rock cruise.
I wonder how many.
She's the youngest lady on that cruise.
You think?
She is one of the younger ladies on that cruise. Yes.
Maybe some like old punk rocker brought his young wife because he got rich somehow.
Okay. Sold a software company or something like that.
So I feel kind of embarrassed because we squished the band into our tiny couch.
Well, no, hold on. I want full transparency. They squished themselves there. Okay, and they're even laughing because they know it's true.
It was the only thing we had, though. They had to.
No, there's a chair.
Yeah, it's far away.
There is a chair. Somebody could have taken Samantha's chair, but they squished themselves on that couch. I don't want to get blamed for that.
Chuck, Daniel, and Glenn are here from the band Stealin' Peaches. How you guys doing?
Good.
So, am I right to call
Stealin' Peaches means when you're grabbing boobies, right? Is that
something like that?
Right. I mean, I always thought that's what it meant. I thought stealing peaches, like.
So, is it right to call you a tribute band?
We like to call ourselves a rock and roll review, kind of.
I thought tribute band was like frowned upon.
We're a little weird calling ourselves a cover band.
We're not trying to be. So we're a rock and roll review of the Allman Brothers, but we're not trying to dress up and put on big chops like Dwayne Allman on the side. We're not trying to be them. We're definitely interpreting this music our own way, but definitely paying it the respect it deserves.
Okay,
but if you know anyone booking tribute bands, it's that.
So you're in the Venn diagram, but not exclusive to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we all grew up on this stuff and love this music so much. We just wanted a chance to make it our own and do the whole thing. So.
Awesome.
Well, let's talk about the Allman Brothers because I don't know that much about the Allman Brothers. Like, I feel like I missed that somehow. Like, if my dad was still alive,
you know what?
He probably would have taught me about it, but it didn't happen.
I mean, your dad was a boat diesel mechanic. I feel confident he loved the Allman Brothers.
I know.
There's nothing I'm more confident of.
No, for sure.
Nothing I'm more confident of than he probably. Like, in fact, it'd be interesting to ask your mom. I bet you he did like them.
Yeah, I'm
My
sure
dad had a couple of 8-tracks, couple of Allman Brothers 8-tracks. Here's the thing that as a young boy and as a young musician that struck me about the Allman Brothers for me, is that when I looked at them, I'm like, they look like surfers with, like, they kind of have, like, that Donovan Frankenreiter, like, long blonde hair. That's not something I saw as a kid in country music. When I grew up on country music, I was seeing, like, Loretta Lynn, Kanye Twitty. I'm trying to think of other people. Lee Greenwood was real big. That's when God Bless the USA came out, but the first time it came out, not when it was pandering and they all brought it. I'm talking about when he hit the charts with it as a new song. like 1983 or something like that, right? Yeah. So that was country music to me. So when I went back a little further and kind of looked at like Southern rock, I'd see these dudes. I'm like, well, these guys look like surfers. They look like vagabond surfers with bell bottoms and coats and Cher's there. Why is Cher there? What's happening here?
So what made you guys gravitate towards Allman Brothers?
Well, Daniel grew up. His parents were taking him to the Wine Music Festival at the Spirit of the Swine Music Park. Like, that was the Allman Brothers Festival. Since he was like, what? Your first show was when you were like
8
2?
or 9. Wow. Well, my first, I couldn't remember my actual first time seeing him, but yeah, I started seeing him when I was like 8 or 9. I could remember it.
So there's pictures of him on the back of golf carts at music festivals playing dobro guitar when he was like a little kid with bandanas on. And,
that's crazy.
Oh, so you had cool parents. That took
hippies, old hippies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I feel like the descendants of old hippies are all cool people. Like everybody that I know that had old hippie parents are cool people. Like it has, I mean, I understand that.
I think that checks out. All of my friends that had the hippie parents for the most, they're all really good.
And the exact opposite of that is the corporate businessman dad.
Oh, yeah.
Seems like all of them are damaged and bad people.
Oxycontin. That Oxycontin guy.
Like, it does.
Bye-bye.
It shows you, if you're going to trend one way or the other, going towards hippie, you'll produce cooler offspring, I feel, right?
I would agree. I would agree. Being one, I guess.
They literally made his middle name Benjamin. They took out one M from Benjamin.
There's 2 M's in my middle name. It's Benjamin.
Wait a minute, your name is Benjamin.
My middle name is Benjamin.
Daniel Benjamin.
Yeah, that's my last name.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
So
that's neat.
When you guys started this, obviously with the Allman Brothers and that influence, because you can go one of two ways with if you're I don't want to call you a tribute band or review but
I think they keyed in on something very important when they said we're gonna do the music justice or pay it respect, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the important part, is that I think a lot of people can get up there and, I know a lot of songs on guitar that I can play, but I'm certainly not going to pay them respect. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to be... It's not going to be like, I know all the correct fingering and chords, or exactly how maybe Dwayne did it, or... I don't... There's going to be things that only they know how to do, and I think that's where, when you do get into, kind of paying tribute to bands, or a tribute-styled band, where it's like... You just want to try to make sure that you're respecting the music in a way that if they heard that, they'd be like, yeah, well done. Not bad. That's good stuff. You don't want to be disrespectful, too. You don't put, a techno beat behind it and, kind of...
I've done that before.
Some scratching. That'd be a little weird.
Yeah, well, speaking of that, and this is how little I know, and I'm ignorant to the Allman Brothers, are the Allman Brothers still alive?
No.
Okay, I know you laugh, but I don't. Listen,
the two original members.
Greg died about 4 or 5 years ago.
A handful of years ago.
Yeah.
Now one of the drummers, J-Mo, is still alive, and then Dickie Betts. He's an original member. He lives down in Sarasota, I believe.
Have you had any contact with him, or have they ever in social media or email or anything?
I've played with one of the drummers before, but he's passed away now. His name was Butch Trucks, and he was one of the drummers. There is 3 drummers in that band, or was 3 drummers in that band. So.
Do you get a lot of older people that follow the Allman Brothers that come and follow you now?
Definitely. I think it's definitely a little bit older of a crowd that saw the Allman Brothers playing. We were just lucky to catch them when they were still around.
Right.
So that's why we're so drawn to this music, and it made a big impact on our musical taste and guitar playing and stuff like that. But
do any of the elderly people actually think you're the Allman Brothers because of dementia?
I would have to say no.
Condition that they have to battle.
They're definitely thankful and appreciative that we're playing this music and making it available for them to see live still. So
you don't get a thanks, Greg. Or
no.
Okay.
Maybe the one though. Okay, follow me here. I don't know if you ever thought about this, but some rich old lady that has no descendants, right?
Yes.
She went to, and like her husband passed away, where she like met her husband at Allman Brothers concert. Then she loves Allman Brothers.
Almond Joy.
And then she starts following you guys, and because it reminds her of her youth and whatever. But
I'm going to leave all my money to
Benjamin. Well, I mean, because in my fantasy, that's all I would be.
Leave all my money to Benjamin.
That's all I would be hoping for.
We're banking on it.
I mean, like maybe there's some rich old lady in the audience that
the
leaves
only
all our
reason
money.
you, Tom Van, would start an Allman Brothers tribute vehicle, band, would be to steal an old lady's money?
Not to steal it. She gives it. She has no family.
Hey, listen, I'm open, okay?
They want it.
Look at the negative effect you're having on Mr. Benjamin.
You gotta cut this out. This was our.
This is going sideways. It's hurting your image a little bit.
Oh no!
What's the legality?
He's the purist.
Like you can play anybody. Okay, I've always wondered this too with like other bands that play, like me and Daniel went to see Badfish, right? And they play all Sublime songs, and then I'm like, wow, it's all. I mean, they usually open for themselves playing the original, but then they're playing. But
which I wouldn't do. I wouldn't do that. I'm tired, man. I want to open for myself.
But they're like, I'm like, they're halfway sold out House of Blues and making all that ticket money. They're playing other people's songs, but it's legal because it's live. They can't sell it.
They open for themselves. No, that's got to mess with your brain. Nobody came there to see you. We came there to see the Dead Guys music, and you're going to sing it for us. We can miss your original band. We don't even care if you open for yourself.
So you can play anybody's music live, right? That's
so most venues, they have to have licenses from ASCAP or BMI to be able to have music performed in those places, so they're paying blanket licenses for the songwriters to actually make the royalties from these live performances. So the songwriters are still getting paid.
Yeah.
But then like the artists performing, they get the ticket, I just graduated from music business grad school yesterday. So it was my last day of school yesterday.
Congratulations.
So stoked on that. Yeah.
That's all. I like that he did the straight up knowledge mic drop on
Boom. Thank you, grad school.
You're a smart almond.
Are there how much are you basically Allman Brothers historians at this point? Like, do you know a lot, or do you just know the music? But do you know the history? Are there some hidden songs that never came out that you are aware of and that kind of thing?
So that's, I think, a big thing of what we do is that we take a lot of deep cuts and stuff that usually wouldn't hear a cover band do. Like usually cover bands will do the top 20 songs and that's
here's Melissa.
Yeah. Right, exactly. Which we do that stuff. But we also love this music so much and have dived into it ourselves to where we pull from all sorts of their songs.
Even Allman Brothers side projects, like side bands that help create different songs that the Allman Brothers ended up playing. We definitely pull from all these side projects.
I think to answer your question, they knew all this trivia anyways, and now they just have a vehicle where it matters now.
Yeah. I'm trying to educate people on how this came to fruition. We played some songs from 1983 Allman Brothers that no one's heard before, but everyone's like, "Holy crap, that was crazy!" So try to get different eras and different just educate people.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's awesome. Now you guys are going to be at Tuffy's Music Box on Saturday.
Great venue, right in the heart of Sanford. We love some Sanford.
Oh yeah, love some Sanford.
April 2nd. You could get tickets online if you search Tuffy's Music Box. I mean, all their schedules there, and you can get tickets for this Saturday. But again, we've always talked about downtown Sanford, and
it's amazing.
You go out there. Tuffy's a great bar.
Yeah, so you might see Butler there. He's working at Tuffy's. Say hi, get a beer.
So do you guys want to play a song?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Sure.
All right.
Hold on, let me throw my reverb on here.
We're celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Eat a Peach album on Saturday. So this is one of the tunes from that album. It's called Blue Sky.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4. Walk along the river, sweet lullaby. It just keeps on flowing. Don't worry about where you're going. No. Don't fly, Mr. Bluebird. Just walk on down the road. Early morning sunshine,
tell me all I need to know. No, no. You're my blue sky, you're my sunny day. You're all you know what makes me happy when you turn your love my way. Turn your love my way. Yeah, yeah. Sunday morning, bells ring everywhere. I'm going to Carolina, won't be long and I'll be there. No, no. You're my blue sky, you're my sunny day. Lord, you know it makes me happy when you turn your love my way. Turn your love my way. Yeah, yeah.
All right. Man, you're good at guitar.
You know what's crazy funny?
Your parents were right. They named you right.
I'm a sucker for. I love that when it's dual leads and they're just like, what is that, like a third, a fifth? What is the
thirds?
It's thirds. Okay, so I'm hearing the thirds, and then I'm like, I don't know. I get a straight up music boner whenever there's two guitars just mimicking the same thing in unison, because you and I can't do anything in unison. We can do nothing, and they were able to rip, just straight rip in unison, and I'm like, we can't do anything. We are dumb.
Also, I like the fact that your parents didn't waste the name of the
this guy's been Jam and all Blake and North.
He does jam. Like other people waste it. Like your son's name Nitro Jones. What does he do? He's like, he works at Chipotle. You wasted his name. Can you do a stunt man?
I had no idea Nitro was there. I have to stop by and see him and get a bowl.
I'm just saying, you name your kid something, you have no idea what they're going to grow up to be, and then to hit it right on the head, like he does jam.
I'm going against you, and I'm going to turn the air conditioning on for these guys so they can cool down a little bit.
All right, I did say don't waste the money on the air.
Tom says this rule. He's like, don't turn the air. He's like, don't waste the air on these hippie ass musicians. These hippie ass musicians come in here stinking of patchouli and weed.
You can smell that?
That's me, probably. That's probably my pocket.
How many other bands worldwide do something similar to what you do? Like, do you meet other like Allman Brothers style review or tribute bands that ever contact you?
Well, definitely started taking notice of all of them. Like, there was a band that was just formed called Trouble No More that just played at the Beacon Theater celebrating the 50th anniversary as well with some local dude, Roosevelt Collier, played in that band. Mm-hmm. They just sold out 2 nights at the Beacon Theater up there celebrating this music.
Oh, really?
There's some other bands in Nashville doing it, End of the Line, some in Philly. So you start to take notice, and you definitely want to, like, make yourself a little different than everybody else doing the normal thing. So we like to get a little out there and play some of those B-side tracks and get a little experimental on stage.
I like that.
There should be like a loser leave town, a band battle between different bands that play.
But it should be on TV. And the judges should be Robin Thicke, Kim Jong,
Chuck Norris,
and then we did a weird one, and Alex Jones. There you go. I fixed it.
ESPN The Ocho.
Well, you just compete against other bands and see who does it the best, and then whoever does it the best is like only they're allowed to do it. But the other people have to stop, and that would be cool.
That's
intense. There's a lot of pressure.
He loves these do or die.
I love do or die.
Might as well go join Nitro at Chipotle.
Yeah, we're gonna go see Nitro. He's a lot cooler than you are.
Oh my gosh, intimidating.
And any other dates besides Tuffy's coming up in the future?
We're playing all over the place. We're playing up in Floridian Social Club in St. Pete next April 8th. We're playing a festival in Lakeland out at Maddox Ranch. April 9th, we're playing up in Oxford near the Villages. April 10th. We're like loaded up with dates. Everyone just wants to hear this music. We just were in Charleston, Atlanta, the middle of nowhere, McKaysville.
Nice.
Shout out McKaysville.
Awesome.
Tennessee, Georgia line.
And where can people find
I was
all
just
the
in
dates?
McKaysville.
Oh, really?
It's wild.
Last week.
Probably when you guys were there.
That was in Georgia?
Yeah. In fact, I saw posters in it. It may have been you guys.
It probably was.
Wild.
Did you guys did you old school it?
I think they did.
Dude, I think I saw their posters in McKaysville.
Really?
Yeah, because I commented on it because please take this as a compliment. There are a lot of young, attractive, long-haired musicians that circuit that area that have hats and they just look like they know their way around some southern rock, if you know what I mean. Like everybody, and it's very welcome there. You know, like I had no problems walking into any convenience store in northern Georgia and hearing songs that I enjoyed. Like they are friendly people and their music's right, and I just had a blast. I loved it.
You know what? We've had a lot of cool people in here with guitars, with long hair.
We have.
And you walk in and you have boots and you got your guitar.
It's just cooler.
It's way cooler. Like you walk into somewhere.
We had Matt Woods in earlier. So Matt was in here and he played the song that Tom and I were like, this is awesome when we have our musician friends stop by. It's a lot more fun than these nerds. We had Bart Merrick come by.
What if I just started dressing like that? Like I got a truck, got long hair, and I just carry a guitar. I had nothing in it.
Put your papers in there.
Put my papers.
It's a cooler, actually.
but it's just you're cooler if you walk into a room.
So you're going to start dressing like they're dressing, right? Oh, buddy. This is going to be so good.
I'm too lazy for it. That's the thing. I can barely put on
Tell them your middle name.
Shoes.
Tell them your middle name.
No, come on.
Do you know his middle name?
No.
Anybody know his middle name? You've listened to the show, do you?
I should.
You should know his middle name.
No,
it's Chisholm.
No.
Chisholm.
No, it's not.
It's American Indian. I'm a quarter
he's
Cherokee.
Not. He's not. His parents,
don't tell them. They never know.
I know you've been jamming. Come on.
They know that a lot of trashy, not the hippie parents, but the trashy parents, all think that their kids are Native American. And they all tell them that. So we have thousands of white people in Florida, thousands, tens of thousands, that think they're of Native American descent. They're not. No offense, but you, sir, look like a young Anthony Kiedis. Like I can look at you and say, like, this man could pass for Native American. Probably not. Are you Greek? Okay, So Samantha's Greek, I think, right? Like that's why her skin is like a little more brown, like
olive.
Is that what you're supposed to? You're not allowed to say brown.
Mine's a white red blotch. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for stopping by.
Go see him at Tuffy's.
Thanks for having us.
Again, if you haven't seen the Music Box, their venue is unbelievable.
Yeah, man.
And it's right in the back courtyard of Tuffy's. So right when
Sanford,
everything's done,
1 Street, 300 bars.
Yeah. I mean,
awesome.
you could just spill out, drink at the courtyard at Tuffy's, and then have a great night in Sanford. Guys, we appreciate it. Again, Stealing Peaches. Find them online everywhere.
And buy
Facebook
something.
and support
them. Buy something.
You guys got good merch too.
Thank you.
Yeah, look at this hat I got.
He's got First time.
I like that.
We're doing it up.
Yeah, I like it.
We can't record CDs of this music, so.
I know. CDs, or you guys are starting at the perfect time, though, because no one's.
There are no CDs.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter. Yeah, just find it on YouTube.
All right, awesome. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Corporate Time.
Cheers.